Guys, we have got an epic game for today. We are going to do an awesome doubles event with Twisted Dice, with wargamesuk.co.uk. Make sure I get that right, because I don't think Martin would be very happy with myself. So in this lineup, we're going to be doing Thousand Suns with Tzeench against Martin's Dirty Nurgle. And of course, poor little Ace's little Tyranids that haven't done very well so far for him. But we're going to show him, teach him a lesson. We're going to stomp him into the ground. Epidemius thinks he's safe in that corner. We're coming for you, my friend. And if you think old Scabby Frex is going to do it, we're going to show you a trick or two. Anything to add to that, Martin?
Depending on when you watch this video, make sure you watch the Who Will Win.
I like it. There's some fighting talk. Ace?
Well, I think it's very, very poignant that you said that I didn't do very well, seeing I handed your own arse to you first game. But apart from that, it's all good.
Let's go for it. So we're rolling up to see who's going first. And Ace has rolled a 6.
Golden dice is in.
Come on, Chris. A 1.
Don't need it. That looks like
Australian
a 1 as
6.
Yes, it's a down under 6.
1, just like Aces.
So you can roll to see if you seize it.
Okay, we're going to be cheeky. We're going to see if we can seize.
Yes!
A 3.
It's a 3.
On a 3.
Command points.
Didn't quite do it.
You gonna spend the command points?
Yeah, that's it.
Whose
Okay.
command points?
My command point. I have 7. 1 command point.
It was worth the command point. Well done, Chris. Okay, here we go. Let's go into round 1. So, going into drawing the first lot of cards, we're going in with Supremacy, Behind Enemy Lines, and Aerial Denial. What a fantastic card to have right at the beginning, because guess what? Nothing is in the centre. Woohoo! The game is already heating up between the two demon gods themselves. Big Bird has got Smite off. Scabby wants to... Oh, there's some fighting talk going on here. One thinks he can get it off, one thinks he can fail it.
Command points.
Stopped. Nope. Because I rolled a 7 and I get +2.
Oh, it was a waste of command points so soon.
I'm not spending the command points.
I think there's a bit of sore losing this going on from Scabby.
D3.
It's a 2.
2 mortal wounds to Scabby. Disgusting was in.
Come on, Scabby, can you do this?
No.
Oh, they go off. But Scabby's not really worried though, is he?
Yeah, just get it back.
Okay, so for shooting, Smite, we've done some damage to Scabby. We've done some damage to one of his giant, horrible, dirty spawn. And lo and behold, his Storm Raptor is nearly gone, sitting on 1 wound left. Leviathan's done all right. I think we've done all right, Chris. I think we've done all right. So objective-wise,
Got Aries and Isle,
which is good.
low only points within 12 inches of the centre.
So D3 on that. Yep. So what do we get for that?
3.
Oh, that's good. And then we didn't get Supremacy.
Save that for later, right? Don't.
Yep, that's it. And then Behind Enemy Lines.
Don't peek too early.
Awesome. So we're going into Demons turn 1, along with Ace's Tyranids that haven't graced us yet, but I think we're going to see them popping up anytime soon. Objective-wise, they have got Secure and hold Objective Marker 6, which is over by me, and they've got Mission Critical, which is 5, which they're sat on at the moment, and Soar for the Sky. So I'm guessing they're going to try to go for my Demon Prince.
He's going to score the skies hard. He might scour it even harder. But either way, it's going to be good.
All right, let's take fun. Now this is the question, guys. Mr. McNeil is already starting to do some cheesiness with Epidemius. He's laid him down on his belly in a building which technically he cannot hide in. Now, do we allow this, or do we call him a bit of a beardy player? Now, as Chris has rightly said, it is not written in the rules anywhere that he has to be flat down on the base. It doesn't say that he cannot be laying on his back or his belly or swimming into some slop in a building.
He just dropped. He dropped the flag and just the Nurglings carried him in and swung around.
Seeing the Nurglings pop all around him.
Yeah, I don't...
It's time to do a Bin Laden and run down into
Let's see how we go. So, going into the Demons and the Tyranids movement turn, they have pulled themselves up. now that little birdie is only on 1 wound, it reduces his movement quite a lot. So he's only moving 20 inches now, which has worked well in my favour. His little turkeys have pulled themselves up quite close. They've having a little pop shot at my 1,000 Suns, but they've only taken 1. And the Leviathan has lost 4 wounds, but I'm pretty confident we'll get those wounds back. And then moving over, we've got his dirty little Swarm Lord, thinks he's going to pop and be someone. The thing is, he's going to come and he's going to go. Let's face it, he's taken the bait. We can lose 1 Demon Prince, but he won't survive the rest of the onslaught. We're cool with that. And let's keep going on. So Martin, what are we going for next?
2 Eldricks into Human Thousands, 2d6. Well, 1 each. Come out with this one. Should 6 and 3 stones. 4 wounds and minus 2 damage.
2 damage, yeah? So -4, did you say? -2, okay. So we're going on 5s. 4 dead. So end of shooting. 1,000 Suns are just down from 10 down to 4. And just Leviathan lost 2. Now moving into assault. So at the end of that round, combat-wise, his Helldrake did kill off a couple of dudes, but they did lose from the morale, so the rest of the 1,000 Suns have went. Over here, the Swarm Lords pulled himself forward into the Pink Horrors. Pink Horrors did have a cheeky little strike back, hit him but didn't wound him. And then that's going for yourself, Ace, and you managed to score all your points.
Yep, scored all the points. Yes, we got critical missions, we got 2 for that, and we got Scout the Skies, so we killed the Demon Prince, and then we also secured Objective 5, so we got all of them, and we got first blood.
Awesome.
Objective?
That was the 6.
6. Cool. Now going into Tzeench's
Right,
turn.
everybody, at the end of the Tzeench, United Forces of Tzeench, psychic and shooting phase. So, first of all, some psychic here, if I think the Aspiring Sorcerer popped the big flyer, so it's nice to see that off the board. Darren managed to get off Mark of Tzeench, Weaver of Fates onto this Leviathan, which makes him a little bit more durable. We did Boon of Change on the big squad of horrors, give them +1 strength. They also get +1 strength for being close to Herald, so now they're a little bit threatening in combat. And then there was just loads of smite. So we got the Swarm Lord down to 6 wounds, softening him up for a charge. And we started picking away at that spawn as well, which is now down to 6 wounds. On the psychic phase, we also managed to do 1 wound to a Hive Guard with the baby smite from the Scarab Occult Terminators. Onto the shooting phase, we managed to chip off a few more wounds off of Scabby from the combined might of the Leviathan's Butcher Cannons and the Bolters and the Soul Reaper Cannons from the 1,000 Suns. And Aetios decided now is the time to start hitting Scabby. Rolled double 6s for a number of shots, amazing. Hit with 11, did 10 wounds. It was a hot roll, but Mr. Wargames UK himself has even hotter rolling today. Only managed to get 1 through, so he's now sitting at 11 on the cusp of going down and degrading, but we'll be back with you at the end of the assault phase.
So going out at the end of combat, there are some bitterness here. So they know at the moment.
They reckon they rolled a 6.
We got the 6
Not
at the
on
beginning.
camera,
And I
it
believe
wasn't
it
in front of
probably is on.
everybody.
Oh, that's so.
Terrible sportsmanship.
They hate it.
Sheep.
But it is
Bad
Nurgle's
sport.
way. It is Nurgle's way of trying to be trickery. So
Sheep.
let's go into combat. Combat has been done. Unfortunately, couldn't kill the Helldrakes, which is a bit of a shame.
It's
For the
rubbish.
Leviathans, at the moment in time,
Karma cheating.
they are not really cheating. Not with Nurgles. Over here, we did do a couple of wounds. Got into combat. Let's see how we go into the dirty Nurgle, the toilet of the stone. Let's see how they get on.
Oh, yeah.
So
Can't claim
I rolled in
we've
front
got
of me,
Can't claim
behind enemy lines,
combat, so you can't.
and we've got supremacy.
Warrior in combat.
you're in combat, so therefore you don't class as counter.
Where does it say that?
On the card.
Is it?
Come on, read it.
Doesn't Darren. That's great. So now we can re-roll. Now we can re-record that.
I bit the hook. I took the bait. I'm being reeled in.
It's not even there anyway, Darren. It's down here.
I don't even know my own cards.
You don't need to. We clarified that wasn't true.
Fell for a hook,
now we're
line,
going to
and
roll.
sinker.
So
So behind enemy lines, we did roll a 4.
2 points for that. 1 point for area denial. Hang on, wait. What's the other one you got? You got area denial. Yeah, behind enemy lines.
So we're happy. How you feeling, boys? Still feel confident?
You got this easy.
Cool. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
It all kicks off this turn.
Cool. I'm glad to hear that.
So, into Demon turn 2, and so far objectives we've pulled over here. So they have secure objective 1, still have supremacy and behind enemy lines. So he should definitely get behind enemy lines because his Thousand Suns have dropped in the movement phase, they're down here, and they will get that. They're not going to get objective 1, but they're possibly going to put some hurt in over here onto the Tyranids. Other than that, Aetios and the rest of the goons have taken the trap and they're going to try and finish off Swarmlord. It should almost certainly happen, but depending on how much damage he soaks up. It's got a nice little shadow in the walk there. You never know, we could cause some damage over here and just potentially just really slow down his assault, which absolutely plays perfectly into our plans. Over here, Darren's messing around, he's very unsure, he looks nervous, he's scared, but there you go, that's what happens. But yeah, we very much have the Tzeench contingency on the ropes. We've got them where we want them. Scored lots of points. They're going to struggle to score more than 1 or 2 this turn. So it's looking very, very handsome. And Chris, the no retreat champion, is popping his pants right now.
Nurgle's turn.
No, you've got no denies.
Got no denies.
You sure?
Oh no, that herald might get it.
So that's why I think it's worth a
That
command
this
point.
herald there, those 2 heralds can get it.
So let's have a look what they've
So
got
we'll
for their
roll
objectives.
from
We've got
So
Ace.
you're going to spend a
Area
point.
denial.
Chancer, area denial, and a secure objective 3.
He's got 2 heralds that can die.
So
You've got a
Ace is
command
brought
point.
Yeah, command point that.
He's dead behind there.
I might can't point myself. What's this worth? You're smiting a Leviathan with one of these.
With 10 wounds.
Probably don't want that to get off, do we, Darren? So let's
No.
re-roll that. And you got it off on a 6.
Yep. So you 7.
I'm trying to save your bacon here, Darren.
Cool, thank you.
You 7.
So only 3 up. It's good.
Makes sense. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Things I do for you.
So at the end of their shooting phase, Demons have done very well. They've taken a Leviathan out, he hasn't popped, and they have got Leviathan down to 6 wounds from through Psychic and Scabby's dirty, dirty shooting. Over in the back corner, the Terminators have gone. The Exocrine did do some damage, and he did take him out. Was the nothing I could do to stop that? It was what it is. Let's go into their combat phase. Okay, so at the end of that combat, it was epic. They did pop a Leviathan, but that was always, you can't stop the inevitable, unfortunately. However, the star of this combat has to be Araman.
For surviving.
For surviving.
No.
He hit a couple of Helldrakes, he gave Helldrake a little bit of slapping, put him down to 3 wounds. So I think can't give Araman, you can't knock him at all, he's done what he's got to do.
He did not.
He survived! That's the main thing. You were so confident he was going to die with your Hell Turkeys. Araman's giving him the sign. Bye-bye. Because you ain't getting it again.
Tzeench 3 up in the consolidate.
Okay, so
Hang about.
end of that
He's going to
combat.
consolidate it. He went to change.
The Hell Turkeys did do what they needed to do. They did kick Araman's butts.
Can't take it.
I nearly thought I had it, but I didn't. Gutted.
Oh, it's not over. He's consolidating. He's doing more. He's hungry for more damage. He's consolidating into the changeling.
This is interesting.
Now, we rarely attack with him.
No, do you know what, Chris? I'm not. So I can't charge next turn.
Deep in concentration.
Not
Awesome. And he did pop the Leviathan. You can't stop the inevitable on that. He did do what he was meant to do. So we're now going into Tzeench's turn. Okay, guys, quick recap. So going into Tzeench's turn. This is turn 3, right, guys? So objectives: score objective 3, score objective 6, and master of the warp. So movement-wise, Chris is starting to pull himself backwards, as I've chickened myself back into the corner. Don't fancy any Nurglings popping into my back corner. And plus I want to survive till the end if I can. And And I almost forgot, Big Bird herself has moved herself up with the little brimstones coming up. Now Chris, do you want to tell us why you've done that?
Secure objective 3, Maelstrom game, battle of the points, that's where the Warlord's sitting, that's where the objective's telling me to go. Wouldn't usually care about them, but got to play the game.
Good lad, I'm liking it. Let's crack on. Okay, so into shooting phase. We've got
One with more wins.
Smite didn't really do much, unfortunately, for ourselves on this side. We have got Helldrake down to 1 wound, and on the other side, on the bolters, we did rapid fire into Scabby. We got one wound of him. Unfortunately, that's all we managed to do on that side. Over the other side, Big Bird did do a couple of 3 damage onto Scabby himself, and now Chris going into assault phase. He has charged himself into the little rippers, just clear them off. Okay, so at the end of that turn, so for shooting, we'll quick run down on shooting. The rapid fire from those
You got 5
into Scabby, managed to take a wound off him, pop them down 1, and Big Bird done some damage, shot over, managed to get 1 wound off, which was 3 damage, and then with the Smite, didn't really do much. We did get the Helldrake down to 1 wound, and the other one sat on 3. Combat wise, Big Bird did charge into the Ripper Swarm, and we did remove the Ripper Swarm, but now he's moving forward. The Malphite is down a couple of wounds, down to 6 wounds. Let's see how it goes in for Demon's turn. So actually what we did, we get an objective before we move off. So objective marker 6, objective marker 3, did we get 3? Sorry, did we get objective marker 3, guys?
Yeah, it's underneath it.
Awesome, so we got objective marker 3, and we got Master of the Warp. Awesome, guys.
It's D3 for Master of the Warp.
Oh yes, D3, what we get?
1.
Oh, only 1, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Right, just about to move into turn 3 for the Tyranids and Demon of Nurgle Alliance, but just before we do, we will note that one Herald, one plucky, brave Herald, decided to try and take out the last wound from the Helldrake. He ran in, but on the run in, he got flamed to death by the Bale Flamer, killing him outright, and putting us up to 6 on the tally, giving the Demons of Nurgle an additional attack. But flying in to our turn 3, we've drawn 3 new objectives. We've got defend objective 5. We've got the priority orders, which is also defend objective 5. You get plus points if it is the Warlord, and secure objective 5. So all in this corner, absolutely crucial. Very, very interesting. Scabby is, we just worked out within range for the big old points, but he will need a bit of a run. So that's going to be an interesting one. We will definitely, going to take that, because I will wrap the hell out of it. So not even 80 of us will get through. But still, we've got to sit there, which is a real different dynamic to this next turn as we go into turn 3 for the Tyranids.
Right, guys, coming into the unholy, gross Tyranids and putrid Nurgle Alliance, there's been a tide change. You will see that in the Maelstrom, the twisted warp of battle, anything can turn on a pinpoint. Why is this? All these Nurgles are retreated. Boom. 5-5-5, defend objective 5, defend objective 5, secure objective 5, and 1 is also the Warlord priority orders received. And objective 5 is underneath this base, which is the one they're already controlling. And in the game of Maelstrom, if they sit with their Warlord on that for 2 turns, and he is now in range of it to secure it, by the way, so this turn and next turn, that will give them another 2, 3, 5, plus D3.
No, plus stroke 3.
Plus 3, 8 points. And that indeed is a potential game-winning move. So no surprises. Scabby, on his fat little legs, is lumbering back towards that objective. So is his entourage. I think they're keeping the spawn in there. And this is the state of battle. So the whole direction has very much changed suddenly. And let's see what the Unholy Alliance does in its psychic and shooting phase.
Okay, so I'm from shooting. Well, first of all, Scabby got himself 2 wounds back, right? Coming back up to 8. Demon Prince lost himself a wound from Perils of the Warp. And the Hell Turkeys did try to do a couple of damage into the Brimstones, but Chris kind of shrugged it off with his lovely 4+ saving. And John, what are we doing over here, my friend?
I'm just going to try and have a few little pot shots at ATOS. Don't expect to do very much. Everything's moved, so they're severely gimped. So the Hive Guard will be hitting on 4s now. because they moved. Maybe 3 hits. Strength 8 against toughness 8. We're going to be looking for 4s. So that is 2.
Take some damage. 3 ups. They're good.
Makes it, of course, and then also the X-Grind has moved, so he's down to 6. And he will be looking at hitting now on 5. It's a heavy weapon unless he stands still. But that is nice, it's 3. And that is only 1 though, just one wound. Yeah, why not? We'll use a command point, looking for 5. We do get the 5 to make it 2.
2 saves, 3 up. 1 wound taken.
That's
How many?
2 damage each.
Okay, so he's down to...
Taking 3 wounds.
3 damage taken. The other important thing that happened in that turn down was in the psychic phase, Scabby went to try and give himself more wounds. So he knocked him down to 6 before then. So a real big thing here is for the demon Tzeench side is we want to try and kill that. That's our priority now. He has to die. And he did Grandfather Noble's Blessing or something like that, Martin? The psychic power.
Fleshy Abundance.
Fleshy Abundance, it gives him some wounds back. He cast on an 8, so we had to try and deny, really important. Rolled a 7 with one of my heralds. Spent my final command point to try and reroll that 2. We still only managed to roll another 2, so he got another 2 wounds back, which is going to make it a lot tougher. But at this stage, that's probably the thing to play for, so it was the right thing to do. Any more shooting, guys?
No, that's it. We go straight into some assaults now.
Into assault?
We're never going to charge.
Yeah.
Can't rely on that.
Yeah, you're not assaulting them.
Okay, so in the demon's turn, at the end of the combat, the Helldrakes tried hitting into the changelings, but didn't manage to do any damage because he's only got 1 wound left and hitting on 6s because of the changeling. And over here, Martin was quite clever. He did pull his Plague Bearers into the first squad of 1,000 Suns, and then he done his piling move, which then put him in an inch of the other squad, which then puts me into combat with them as well. I think that was about it. None of them really died, really, was there? There was a couple of changelings.
You lost 4.
Lost 4, yeah. Okay, so then going into... Oh, and you just scored objective marker 5 so far.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so moving into Tzeench. Okay, so looking at the cards and looking who has got what on the points, we're kind of guessing at the moment, if we can't kill Scabby off that base, Martin and Ace have got this in the bag. So it's whether or not Chris with the big bird can do what he can do with the shooting. If he can't, it's kind of game over, and it is. We might as well just call it from there, and it would be in Ace's turn. So let's do it live.
2d6 shots.
No command.
4s can't fail me now. Oi!
That was not what we wanted.
But this has happened this game already, and I only managed to get through 3 wounds. So Papa Nurgle is very much with Martin today.
Now toughness 10 as well.
Toughness 10. Yeah, okay.
So you're winning on 5.
So that's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. Normal dice. Take one of them. Right.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s. There's a couple of 1s in there, don't like that. And winning on 5s, this is not good, ladies and gentlemen.
10.
This is not good at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's enough, but I don't like my odds.
4 up in vulnerable saves.
Now maybe we should have rolled
Dramatic rolls. No.
1.
3 go through.
1 damage each.
3 damage each.
Disgusting Zealots.
Makes a good few of them.
So
Tenacious survivor. Nope, so 5 go off, he's down to 3.
not enough.
That.
I think we'll probably call
It's
it
the end of
there.
turn.
Yeah.
Get that. Epic
Right.
handshake on camera.
Good game.
Plays.
Good game.
High 5.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Well done, Darren. Good game.
Cheers.
Guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And also don't forget to check Martin at where?
Wargamesuk.co.uk.
Where all you'll get all your goodies. Thank you very much.